Hey, what's up, traders? Here are the top stock picks of the week. You know me, we're going to jump right into it. But first, I want to mention this. It's going to be a big week for earnings reports. So I have developed a list of the notable earnings this week to include Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, Google, Boeing, INTC, XOM, Snapchat, Ford, V, UPS, CMG, Spot, and NOC. Those will be some of the ones that I think deserve the most recognition. Let me know in the comments which one that you're most excited for. I'm really looking forward to the Meta earnings just because the stock has been holding up fairly well against the market that's kind of been pulling back. And I'm curious to see, is this still going to hold above the $300 whole number after the earnings report and press higher, or is it going to retrace and give us a bit of a correction from this run that we've seen most recently? Okay, let's get into the top stock picks of the week. I know fundamentals will take precedence, that being the earnings reports, but we still need to keep an eye on the technicals as well. So the charts, we will be reviewing all, again, based off of technical analysis, just what I see on the chart and opportunity that is potentially available. We're starting with SPY. We're on the daily chart time frame, and we see a most recent sell-off here. So SPY has dropped back below the 200 EMA here on the daily time frame and is trading closer to the support now at $420. Do we break the support this week? That's going to be the big question. Given the aggressive sell-off, I would expect some sort of a bounce at 420, just given that it's been such a strong level of support most recently in the past. But I don't know that I would fully expect this to bounce all the way back up and give us a double bottom, because we are looking here at lower highs on the daily time frame. So it kind of looks like that as excuse me, as well as lower lows, right? So any sort of bounce from here, which I think is to be expected initially, I do feel probably gets sold and continues down lower. So SPY, keep your alerts set at or below $420. We're looking to take SPY short below 420 this week. I'm not interested in taking SPY long unless it starts to put in higher highs and breaking back above the resistance up here at about $437. Next one on the watch list is going to be RBLX. RBLX. So not one that I would normally put on the watch list, but much like Meta, it's kind of holding up fairly nicely other than the drop that it had recently. But most recently, this past month, the majority of this month, it has had a pretty nice rally. So we're kind of looking at a cup formation just under a resistance area, that being the bottom side of this gap. The resistance on RBLX is actually at $32, but the gap area doesn't start to get filled until about $32.50. So this week, instead of taking this long above 32, which is what I would normally do, given that the gap area is here at 32.50, we're just going to slide that up 50 cents and make sure that we're giving ourselves enough cushion so that we're not getting faked out on the stock. So Roblox, RBLX, long idea above 32.50 this week, and we're looking for a gap fill or most likely a partial gap fill this week. Price target being $34 to $35. So long above 32.50, price target 34 to 35. Next one on the watch list is going to be AMD. Now this almost looks like a head and shoulders pattern. We had the pennant breakout here that ran up into these highs, which looked pretty good. But now we're getting a left shoulder here, a head, and a right shoulder starting to form, which is a bearish formation. And we know that NVDA has been pulling back based off of the news with the U.S. and China and chip exports. So AMD, we're looking 4 days of rejection here at the 50 EMA, all selling off back down towards the 101.5 level of support. I think that we look to take this short below this support. I mean, this looks to me like a little mini bear flag, or like I said, the head and shoulders bearish pattern where we're looking for the breakdown from here. Short idea on AMD below $101.50, or you can just round it down to 101 if you want to make it easy on yourself. Short below 101, that would also give you a break of the 200 EMA, or pretty close to it. Price target sub 100, so anything below $100 there. Next one on the watch list is going to be Tesla, TSLA. Fairly easy analysis here. It's sold off from the earnings report and gave us gap down and go, where it sold off, or gap down and then continued to sell off. Then it gave us a lower low beyond that. Our next support point on Tesla is going to be the $200 whole number. So short idea below 210, which you see was a area of support previously. Short idea under 210 with a price target of 200 in mind. It would be wise just to continue the trend, which is down right now on Tesla, and look for lower lows, right? So we'll just make it simple on ourselves. Not looking to take Tesla long unless it can get back up to $230. I don't feel that that's super likely, but maybe you want to set your alerts at 230 anyways, just for a date later on in the future. That is a gap, and gaps do get filled at some point. So, maybe set an alert above 230, but really looking to take this short below 210, price target of 200 in mind. Netflix, NFLX, next one on the watch list. So quite the opposite of Tesla, where it gave us a gap up and then hold. So not necessarily a gap up and go, just a gap up and hold. But I really like that it's been holding above the $400 whole number. So we will look for this to continue to hold above 400, though I'm not taking it long until it presses higher highs. We can see that the resistance the past 2 days there is at 410. So we'll go long above $410 if it can get there. Otherwise, we will look to take it short below the support point, below the most recent low, which is into this gap area, which is going to be $309. We'll just round it, $390. So short below 390 into the gap area for a partial fill back down. Or if this holds above 400, we'll look to take it long above 410 for the breakout move topside. So no bias here on Netflix, right? It's just consolidating right now. I don't really mind which way it goes. I'm not trying to predict or assume which way it's going to go. I'm just creating a plan for if it breaks out, long above 410. If it breaks down, short below 390. Excuse me. Next one on the watch list here is going to be Shopify, SHOP. Now, I've mentioned this setup before. The stock is consolidating here on the daily time frame. It has been doing so for about a month now, with resistance at 56 and then support down here around, really it's around 51, but there's a gap below 50 that I'm looking to fill back down to the bottom side. So Shop, looking to take this short since it's trading closer to the support point. Looking to take it short below $50 for the gap fill down to 48. So short below 50, price target of 48. That would give us a break down from the range, as well as a break of the whole number, as well as an entry into a previous gap area that is still yet to be filled from, I don't know how many months ago here. All right, so that is the full watch list. It's going to be SPY, Roblox, AMD, Tesla, Netflix, and Shopify. Press that like button for me if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for your time and watching the video. I hope that this helps you out. Remember to create if-then statements. If something happens, then I plan to do this. Trading is all about creating a plan and then executing that plan with discipline, right? So don't forget the plan that you've laid out for yourself and then follow it. And hopefully your plan is solid enough to where it actually works. And as long as you execute it with discipline and follow proper risk management, you should do okay. All right. Again, thank you for your time. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. I post pretty good trading content on this channel throughout the week, to include not only watch list reviews and breakdowns, but also trade breakdowns as well. I don't know too many other traders that are posting content quite like this. So give me a try. I post good information, solid information every now and then. I would like to assume that it does help traders out. Okay, take care. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and I will see you in chat.